there! Are you here to explore and to know more about the seafloor? We mermaids are ready to guide you through this little adventure beneath the ocean's surface. I am mermaid Jeremy Alcantara, and I am with my pretty mermaid friend Esperanza Amarga to swim with you.
Hi there, fellas! Before we dive in the ocean, we would like first to introduce to you the parts of the lessons we will tackle. Of course, the seafloor, then we will have an ocean exploration and followed by the features of the ocean, and the remaining slides is for the references. So with no further ado, have a great swim ahead of you! So what is seafloor? Seafloor covers more than 70% of the planet's surface. This surface is vast and hides a world underneath it. The ocean holds over 1.3 billion cubic kilometers of water. If your entire life you've been thinking that below the ocean is only a flat surface, then you are mistaken. Because underwater, there are also numerous hills, slopes, and very deep canyons, as what you can see from the image that is presented.
Aside from you, there are also others who visit the seafloor. They call the visitation as ocean exploration. It is about making discoveries, searching for things that are unusual and unexpected. Exploration helps to ensure that ocean resources are not just managed, but managed in a sustainable way, so those resources are around for future generations to enjoy. First example of ocean exploration is the use of ships. People have used ships since ancient times. They have charted and mapped the oceans, currents, and tides mostly by studying the stars. And though these vessels are arguably the most critical element in any ocean-going venture, once a ship leaves the safety of its dock, it is an island unto itself on the open seas, its crew at the mercy of the waves. Here is the use of sonar, short for sound navigation and ranging. It uses echo sounding to determine the depth of the ocean floor, to navigate, measure distances, communicate, or detect objects on or under the surface of the water, such as other vessels. It is helpful for exploring and mapping the ocean because sound waves travel farther in the water than do radar and light waves. SCOBA is the abbreviation for Self-Contained Underwater Breathing Apparatus. In other words, it is an equipment to allow people to breathe underwater. It is used in ocean exploration for the visual measurements, counts of living organisms, collection of biological or physical samples, underwater surveys, photography, and placement of scientific equipment.
Submersibles are underwater robots that are deployed from the ship to the sea, where they record and collect information from the ocean's water column and seafloor for scientific analysis. Satellite. Scientists use CSAT to observe the oceans. The satellites can track depth, temperature, currents, weather, and many more. It provides timely oceanographic data to scientists studying marine phenomena. Lastly is the deep flight aviator, a new type of submersibles that moves faster and has better views than ever before. Were you able to cope up with the adventure? If yes, then great! Before we continue with our swimming, I would like first to introduce to you our friend Mr. Dolphin. He will be accompanying us with our adventure and also help us to further understand the features of the ocean floor. So let's get it!
Hi, I'm Mr. Dolphin. Mermaids are my friends, so I'm here to join them with their adventure with you guys. In this part, we can see the major features of the ocean floor, and that is where we are going. We'll start at the continental shelf down to the trench. Let's go!
Our first stop is the continental shelf. As you can see, the edges of the continent slope down from the shore into the ocean is called continental shelf. It is a portion of a continent that is submerged under an area of relatively shallow water known as a shelf sea. In some places, the continental shelf is fairly shallow, and in other places it becomes very deep, but it is not the deepest part of the ocean. Here we have the continental slope. It is the seaward border of the continental shelf. It is the steep slope where the continental shelf drops to the bottom of the ocean. The depth of the ocean water increases greatly here, steeply sloping part of the continent that is completely underwater. The abyssal plain is the flat bottom of the ocean floor. It is dark, vast, flat, sediment-covered areas of the deep ocean floor. An abyssal plain is usually found at depths between 3,000 meters and 6,000 meters, lying generally between the foot of a continental rise and a mid-ocean ridge. Abyssal plains cover more than 50% of the Earth's surface.
Mid-ocean ridge, mountain range in the middle of the ocean. Mid-ocean ridges occur along the divergent plate boundaries, where new ocean floor is created as the Earth's tectonic plates spread apart. Seamount, isolated mountain that does not have to reach the surface. Undersea mountains formed by volcanic activity. Scientists recognize these structures as biological hotspots that supports a dazzling array of marine life. Finally, trench, along narrow depressions and deepest parts of the seafloor. Mariana Trench in Western Pacific Ocean is the deepest oceanic trench on Earth, measures about 2,550 km in length and 69 km in width.
Wow, that was a long swim. I have recalled things about the seafloor, and I hope you have learned something from this little trip. It was nice to have you with us in exploring our home.
Indeed, it was a long swim. We hope you gained new knowledge and was able to understand things. This is not a goodbye because we'll surely meet again. Till our next swim.